Hello everyone, it's Özgün here. So finally I'm finishing the BIGROOM TECHNO track that we started on the channel. In this episode I like to finalize several details about the track and then we will go to the mixing and mastering process, and if you're ready, let's get into the tutorial. So first of all, the intro and the outro, it's a little bit empty. So I like to just put maybe the ARP to the intro to just fill it up a little bit. And probably we can just start the intro with some filter on the kick bass. Let's put it like that. And let's don't forget to activate the sidechain filter on the intro. All we gotta do is just copy the on information to here. And maybe we don't need to start with the steps instantly. Yeah, this is better, but also this step is too dry. Let's give it some reverb. And one more thing, I was thinking to just remove the filter on the bass. Maybe we can give it more click. I mean by that this filter that we add to the bass. Why not? If it's not gonna fight with the acid sound, I think it's okay to remove the filter. Okay, that sounds good to me. And let's quickly fix the outro with the same things we did to the intro. We will just put some ARP, and in the end we can turn off the filter of the ARP. And definitely we need to keep the drums on the outro because we don't want to lose all the power instantly. And let's copy the fills as well. My mixing process starts like that. I make sure the track is finished in terms of production because it's gonna be hard to edit the things in the next mixing project. I go to the channel rack and then go here and sort by track number. With this, you will see that some of the sounds we use doesn't even go to the mixer. First, we gotta solve this problem, but before that, let's purge unused audio clips. So we will get rid of the things we are not using, and also we will go here, just choose select unused and delete those. And same for the automations. I think that's none. And lastly, we will go macros and select unused channels and choose delete selected. So now we only have the sounds and the plugins that we are actually using. What is this one? This is not used. Let's get rid of it. This is the reverse sound. Maybe we can... Now we will just route them into the mixer. Let's call it reverse. Top loop. It's a synth shot, but did I use it ever? I don't remember this sound. Okay, let's put it in FX. I don't know. Synth shots. I think if we click select in playlist, yeah, we can see that we are using it in the break. That's okay. Let's put it on FX group. This one also reverse. Another reverse. It's gonna be fill. All the sweeps to the same channel. Impact, we already have an impact channel. And lastly, another fill. Let's route it to here. And now everything goes to the mixer. Now all we gotta do is turn off the limiter. Make sure the track is not clipping. It's clipping, so I'm gonna get rid of a little bit of volume with putting a fruity balance. Okay, that's enough. Now we will export it as stems. BIGROOM Techno mixing. If you're 100% sure that none of the channels are clipping, you can render 24-bit. But if you want to be safe, just in case maybe you clip at just one point, you can go 32-bit float. Because in the 32-bit, the minimal clippings are okay. You still have headroom and you can just revert it back. You don't need to go back and fix and render again. So that's why I'm going to choose 32-bit float, enable master, enable insert, trim PDC silence, pre-delay compensation. And lastly, split mixer channels, of course. And let's go render this bad boy. Okay, let's drag drop all of the stems to a fresh project. Now we will just finalize everything in here. It's good to see every channel as a waveform. It will, make your job much more easier. Let's get rid of current. Let's get rid of master. There should be some master channel. And now I like to just group whatever I have so I can see them clearly. We will get the basses here. This is the sub. I start with the low end first. And as you see, we got the groups and also the individual channels. But in this case, I like to go with the individual channels for the kick and the bass. That's why I'm going to put the group to the top and just deactivate it. So we got kick 1, kick 2, but we also got the kick bass bus. Let's mute it as well because we will mix it again. So let's find our kick bus. Sorry, we will use the kick bus. And then let's mute the individual kick channels and we will have the sub and the bass. So I'm not gonna use the bass bus as well, or should I? Let me mute it for now. So yeah, we will just get rid of some of the channels, some of the groups, if we want to mix them in here. First thing first, the transient of the kick, as you see, is just too big than my normal kick. Let's start with this. Let's put the kick here, sub here, so I'm just grouping them again in here. And for the kick, I like to clip it. I'm gonna try the limiter to clip my kick this time. Let me grab some LFO tool to monitor the waveform. If I put everything to the 0, this limiter is gonna act like a hard clipper now. Okay, that's good. Now we will just put a span, go to this detailed view, And this time we will just take a look what level in our kick is staying in the mix. So it stays on minus 3.5 dB. Let's check the sub. So it's approximately 3 decibel lower than my kick, which is perfect. But let's give maybe 2 dB, like I want to make them a little bit close. Maybe half dB more. So I like to try to sidechain the sub a little bit harder. I think it's now more clean. Sounds good to me. Once I satisfied with the kick, sub, and the bass relationships, I always put a maximizer or a limiter, whatever you are using. Just put it. I'm putting the ceiling minus 0.3, and I'm gonna just boost everything like until the waveform is getting full, until I get approximately minus 7 RMS, minus 8 RMS. We got a little bit too loud. Let me lower the volume a little bit. I think the bass is a little bit too overpowered now. I'm gonna revert to what I did. Because I was seeing minus 4 RMS, which is crazy loud. And when I put the other elements to the track, it's probably gonna clip. That's why I'm lowering the bass a little bit. I'm boosting more volumes to compensate what I'm losing. Yeah, that's a good starting point to our mix. And unfortunately, because we didn't use the groups, we need to just do these automations once more very quickly, because now there's no kick bass automation. I think it was something like that. And we had filters just in the drops like that. It's okay if you got mistakes, you can always go back to other project and sneak peek. Now I like to mix the drums. So in this case, we got several options. If we are happy with our drum balancings, EQs, whatever they are, we can just use the drum group, which saves tons of time. So as I see, the drum group looks good, but the fills are extremely loud in here. I can see that. So maybe I can just use the drum group, but put another clipper instead of just go back to, route all the hi-hats, all the drums, all the fills one by one. You can do that to work on the details, but I think it's not necessary now. So let's just clip the highest parts. Okay, that's good. So the clipper is only working when there's big peaks. You just gotta make your ceiling in a certain point. That's all. So hi-hats, not gonna use. This is not gonna use. Now I'm gonna get rid of the channels which are not gonna be used, such as hi-hat group. Okay, I think those are all of the drums. So if you just click and drag to the top, you can group those inside of one channel, which is very useful because you can just now turn it off and you will have only the drums. So let's do the same for 303. This is the 303 channel. I'm gonna mute the individual track of it. So for the synths, I don't know, maybe for the synths, we shouldn't use the group. We can just you mix the synths one by one. I think that would be wiser. The only problem is it takes a little bit time to figure it out which sound is belong to which group, and you need to, do this one by one to every channel. Now I'm gonna deactivate the synth group. This is gonna be just the opposite. And that's it, guys. So we got all the channels in here. Let me get rid of those guys. We got the low end. We got drums. This is the 303. Let's put it in here. Those are the synths. So let's send them to the channels. I know this looks boring, this looks tons of time. But believe me, if you do that, the outcome is gonna sound much more professional and much more clean. I can send the steps to the same group as well, so you can make your groupings in here, that's okay. This is also a step. Even the bass shots, we can just put it to the steps group as well. No need to have a separate second group. Because probably all I'm gonna do is just fine tune the volumes. So this is the break lead. This deserves its own channel. This reverses. Maybe I can group them with the same channel with break lead. The synths are routed. For FX, I'm not gonna do one by one. I'm just gonna send them to the FX channel. And lastly, we got the vocals. You in my mind to leave the rest behind. Okay, the bottom one was the individual channel, the top one was the main vocal. And now, finally, we can finalize the mixing process. So we will open Span, and while I'm listening to low end that we already fixed, I'm gonna just mix the drums. So my way of mixing drums like that, I'm gonna check the low end, and the top end of the drums should be equal or almost equal to the low end. That's good. I give a little bit of high boost, and also I'm putting a saturation to the all of the drums so they sound a little bit bigger in the mix. And now we will mix the 303. So first of all, this 303, I think, clipped or limited a little bit too much. So I want to have a little bit more freedom. That's why I like to re-render that. So let's see what's causing. I'm gonna get rid of the clipper, and then I'm just gonna consolidate this track, and then gonna just drag drop. Now let's drag drop this to our project. Now we got, less processed 303. And we will have more freedom when we process it. I feel like this frequency is clashing with the bass, so I'm gonna just give some dynamic EQ to lower it. And also I'm gonna boost a little bit of high mids. You see now it sounds much more bigger and more fresh. When we say fresh, what if we put some fresh air? Let's see, is it gonna work? I like it. I'm gonna keep it for now. And let's clip this track as well. And I'm boosting the stereo with a little bit with this plugin. So I recently started to use the SSL plugins. They are, I don't know, kinda, I like its workflow. I can get the sounds in my head very fast, but you can use whatever plugin you like. The old version might trick you because it has more low frequencies, but when we play it with the kick bass, the new top version, it's fitting so much better to the mix. Let's leave the acid and go back to first drop, and this time let's one by one mix other synths. just got extremely loud with the new EQ we made. That's why maybe we can just make it unique in here. And let's copy this. Let's copy those and deactivate those into a single channel. And let's route the drums to the single channel. So we will only boost the top end for the rest of the drums. But I don't want to do this to the snare buildup. So let's put it to the next channel. Okay, this is much more logical. And probably we gotta do the same in here as well to the snares. Just like that. It seems we forget to put any drums to the intro. Let's get some in from the outro. Just reverse them like that. Start with less heads and go to more. Okay, let me grab them from the drop. It will be much more easy.
No place for you in my mind, so leave the rest behind.
I'm very enjoying it. Now I'm gonna put Endless Smile to the master. I had my own patch, but yeah, let's go with Endless Smile. And for Fruity Balance, let's also automate this. We can lower the volume in the build-up. So we will just do like that.
There's no place for you in my mind, so leave the rest behind.
that's pretty much it. As you see, since we are, producing and mixing at the same time in the previous project, there's nothing much to do in this final mixing project. So let's dive into the mastering part of it. And we will do it like that. I'm gonna put a compressor in the master. So I had a glue compressor settings. You can just get it like that. The attack is 1 millisecond, release 1 millisecond, sustain 1 millisecond, and ratio 4:1. And threshold, we will just do it until we got like 3 to 4 dB gain reduction in the drop. And I don't want to give makeup gain, maybe 2 dB makeup gain. Okay, let's give 2 dB. I don't want to get too loud. And the next thing, I want to put this EQ. So what this EQ does is boosting 4K and 8K a little bit. So 4K boost always necessary in my tracks, because in the end I realized I always have lacking frequency on the 4K. So I'm just compensated on the master with this plugin. And after that, I like to put this Bristol. This Bristol is like a simulation of an analog console. So my master is gonna sound like it's passing through some analog device, This is how I use it. Sometimes I use this plugin for other purposes as well, such as analog summing, digital summing. This is whole and new topic, but most of the time I'm using it for just to get some, depth, analog depth, and just a little bit that feeling when I put it on the master. So that's it. I'm just putting it and leaving it like that. I'm -3 RMS. Wow, that's extremely loud, so I don't want to go that loud. Let's lower it a little bit. And I'm surprised how it's not, clipping as hell. It's very weird. And now we're pretty much done. Now you can just listen everything with the kick bass and just, tweak the little volume things. So for example, I feel like the drums are getting too loud. I will just reduce it. Whole drum group 1 dB. And also 1 dB for the acid. Yeah, everything sounds good to me, guys. Now we are finally ready to render the track. So for the render settings, I'm going 16-bit and also I'm going MP3, uncheck split mixer tracks. You can activate dithering because the stems were 32 bits. When we lowering the resolution to 16 bits, dithering is gonna make the quality not gonna lose that much. I can explain it like that. And let's render and see how it's gonna be. Okay, this is how our track looks like. And we are finally ready to get the final listen. Let's deactivate the master plugins. So this is BIGROOM TECHNO, start to finish, final product. Have fun. Yo guys, I don't know what you think about the track, but I personally like it. Like in 4 to 5 hours, not even 5 hours, we made this banger. And also it was possible with your feedback as well. In the track, there are several feedbacks from you guys in the comments. So now let me know what you think about the final results. And if you have any questions regarding to this project, just let me know. I will answer them all. So today that was it. I hope this tutorial was useful for you, and please write me what you want to see on the channel next, and see you on the next video guys. Bye bye. Take care.